How many of you have went through your entire sales process or presentation only to get hit with, sounds great, let me think about it? We all have. That's probably the most common objection we all face. Understand that objection, let me think about it, it's just a smokescreen. It doesn't exist. They're telling you no in a nice way. Because believe it or not, people don't like confrontation. They rather ease their way out nicely instead of telling you up front, no, get out of my house. So once you understand that, let me think about it, it's just a smokescreen, it starts to make everything else a little bit easier to overcome. So for me, when they tell me, let me think about it, I know it's because there's something somewhere they don't understand. And it's my job to break down what that thing they don't understand is. And a lot of times it's super simple. The easiest way to get started doing that is by responding with, I understand. Well, Robbie, it sounds good. Let me think about it. I understand, Miss Jones. You should think about this. It's a very important decision. The reason I do that is because it lowers that defensive wall. And believe it or not, it actually creates curiosity. Imagine walking down the sidewalk or on the street somewhere, and the person that passes you, you just rear back and you punch them right in the face. For no reason, you just punch them right in the face. Well, you know, you're probably fixing to start to get into a fight. They're fixing to hit you back and it's fixing to be on. Well, what would you do if they got up and told you, I understand. I agree with you. That made perfect sense. You would be wondering, what the heck just happened? Why isn't this person at least cussing me out or, hitting back? Why did they just agree with me? And now you're curious. You're curious as to why this just happened. Same thing in dealing with our prospects. When they tell you, let me think about it, they're expecting a defensive response from you. Something like, think about it. What do you mean you have to think about it? Because with us guys, legacy is common sense with how it works. Everybody needs this. We understand how it works. And a lot of times we don't understand how somebody else don't understand. And sometimes with whatever mindset you're in at that time, you could take it the wrong way. Almost like you can almost take it personal. Well, what do you mean you don't understand? I mean, this is common sense. Well, it's common sense to us, but it may not be common sense to the person you're talking to. So always understand that. So when they hit you back with, let me think about it, and you hit them with, I understand, it throws them off their game. Because now they're wondering why you're not being defensive and why you're agreeing with them. So now they're curious. And I know what I do when I say that. I say, Miss Jones, I understand. Let me ask you this. This legacy product, does it make sense to you? Do you feel like you or your family could even benefit from what this legacy does? And they'll either say yes or no. I've never had anybody say no. So let me rephrase that. I've never had anybody say no. I had people say yes, and I've had people say, well, kinda, maybe, I guess. Well, there's your problem. There's your problem. Because as clear-cut as legacy is, if they can't give you a direct, clear-cut answer, then they don't understand what legacy is or how it works. They should easily be able to say, yes, absolutely. If they can't, well, there's your problem. Explain legacy to them one more time. If they say, yes, I understand how legacy works, I could definitely benefit from it. Okay, good. Well, let me ask you this, Miss Jones. And it's fine if this is the case, but I know you're on a fixed income. Is that price a little heavy? Because if it is, let me know. That's fine. But is that price, does it fit your finances? Because I don't want to put you in a bind financially. So is this price, does it make sense to you? You either get a yes or a no. If you get a no, well, there's your problem. Lower the price. If you get a yes, the price is fine, it makes sense, perfect. Well then, Miss Jones, do you trust me? Because listen, that's fine if you don't. I know I'm ugly. I know some people have trust issues with bald-headed men. That's fine. I get it. But do you trust me to help you today? And then I hush. Never had anybody say, no, I don't trust you. Well then, Miss Jones, that must mean, and I apologize, I should have mentioned this to you earlier. You must think you have to pay for this today. You don't. I'm sorry. I didn't tell you that earlier. It slipped my mind. We can actually push that first payment off a week or 2 weeks from today. So what day in the next 2 weeks would be better for you? And then I hush. And the reason I hush is because there's nothing else that it could be. There's nothing else that they could have to think about. They understand how legacy works. The price is in their price range. They trust you. And only thing that's left is pay for it today or 2 weeks from now. That's it, guys. That's what I use to help me, and it works great. So hopefully this helps you today. Feel free to reach out to us if you need us. God bless you. Have a good day.